Let me guess. Protocol again?
Your memory is...
And here's your new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship. To offload some cargo. Okay, no problem. I would try to viewport. It'll be on your left once you get into the plaza. Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on the research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled in
Bartender at the viewport would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back.
Okay, no bounty. Clear.
You in town for business? Sorry, didn't mean to pry. It seems like we have that in common. Personally, I'm looking for work. I just quit my job as a weapon tester for Mast. Well, I'll be damned. What a coincidence. What's your offer? I'm a reasonable guy, but that's just... Well, that's too bad. You picked a good day to... You're with Constellation? That seems like we have that in common. Personally, I'm here... Well, I'll be damned. What's your offer?
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can do anything. Hey there. Always nice to see a new face. First time you went like this? Oh boy. I didn't take it personally. It's just something to say to customers. Break the ice. Know what I mean? Listen, relax. Make yourself comfortable. You're welcome to stay as long as you want. That work for you, new guy? Let me know if there's anything I can get you. Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I got something in the works that'll change everything. A new You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. Don't have the ingredients. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me. I submitted all the paperwork. Believe me, it wasn't anything, but I did it. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on the cargo. It's gonna keep me awake night if I try. To any of the many New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were less than 100% legal way, well, that might not be the worst thing in the world. With me on this? God, you have no idea what a relief this is. Obviously, I'm not expecting you or anyone taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need. I'm not worried. I'm annoyed. Are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you. Catch you later.
Barrett enjoys this establishment. He frequently buys chocolate. Though I have informed him repeatedly, it is likely a significant contributor to being overweight. Although I have attempted an analysis several times, I cannot quantify humans' addiction to caffeine. This is New Atlantis Transit, or the NAT. It provides free transportation throughout the city. We can take it directly to the Mast District.
wonder if I'll miss New Atlantis when time.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
The Freestar Collective and the UC are still fighting the colony. We for that president and they
May be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been. The lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us. Be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
I'm banning wages.
We appear to have a visitor.
We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't? Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses. And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this heartbreaker would be halfway to neon. But as it happened, he's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? Is there something wrong? I lost your attention? Is there something interesting, similar to Barrett's description of experience, with less embellishment?
Are you hearing this? You won't believe me now? This is the greatest mystery in the history.
But, gentlemen, can we please focus? I think it's
Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Add this new one to the two we already have.
the artifact.
That's it. Just like the others. And to imagine, we thought only the two of them.
Oh my God, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the subtle systems can do that. None of them. Prove that.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, it means there's a set. Built by an intelligence outside the subtle systems. They'll still 2,000 for our little wage manufacturers. You're on board there.
Well, get all would be exciting. Now, would it?
Not to take away from them, but what are we going to do about this threat?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours? You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members are here, but we'll meet them soon. Come on, when you're ready. Rita and I are going to be doing some planning together. You're sure you feel like it? I think you've earned something for bringing the artist to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Take note. Everyone here is worth learning from. Yes.
I am at your service, Captain.
Are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else? We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back usually. A tip from the That's the same way when I started too. There's an electricity in the air. You know you're about to uncover something. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you use yourself, for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs away. We'll need to head to check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you work for or whatever you do once we're there, when you don't bring you to our doorstep. Every Constellation is their own conscience. Understood? Knowledge to the best of your ability. As long as you do that, I'm not here to judge you. Now, let's get over to Mast.
Sorry, this one's all overwhelming for you right now. Think about it. I'm Noel. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
Both know you have credits to spare, and you love every bit of this.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are here if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on quiet, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here. So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's nice having the place so full. Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you, Captain. Now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development in case you ever need to build a base for field research. Captain, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Self-reliance in all your actions as members of the United Colonies Navy.
I do.
Sarah, good to see you. Another space explorer. Hey, ever think of joining up with the Vanguard of the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship? Excellent. Just need to do a little paperwork. An orientation on the UC, and knock out an exam, and a probationary mission. We need to know you'll be able to hack it out there after all. Well, you'll be out there keeping the peace in no time.
Don't forget, John. I need him back after you wrap him in that fancy get-up of yours.
No worries, Sarah. I'm not forgetting about you or our little business afterwards. Promise. First things first, head down to the orientation hall. Get signed up at the registration terminal. System will walk you through the rest. Oh, and if you got a bounty, well, you're gonna have to make things right with the UC before we'll let you join. If you've got any questions, I can get you sorted. The process starts with registration down in the Right. Got so wound up bringing you on board, I almost forgot.
No, I haven't. Come on, John. Let's hear it, before you try to convince him to join the Marines.
All right. Here's what I've got. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system. Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me. Sol system is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols. Anything for Sarah. UC always takes care of its own, even the prodigal children.
Oh, brother.
Security, you're under arrest. I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Prepare for immediate transport to our vessel. Smart decision. Stand by to be transferred.
So, where to next?
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble? I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk. Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back. You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat. The prisoner is ready, sir. I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss. Not this time. So, let me see what we're working with here. Pretty unremarkable past. Not much to speak of there. I also see that you mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs. You're absolutely right. Well, I'll have my people get right on that. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC System. Are you familiar with what we do? Actually, that's something new we're trying. I figured we needed to branch out a bit, broaden our horizons. UCC STEF is a division of the UC Navy. Well, they handle the big picture stuff. We deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture. Smart decision. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down. It doesn't matter how I feel. We're simply doing what's best for the security of the United Colonies. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UCC STEF, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine. I'm not coercing you into doing anything. I'm simply giving you a chance to redeem yourself. So, what do you say? You going to work with me, or should I find someone else? Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
Let's go. So, you took the option instead of serving time. Gotta be the commander's new role, huh? No, infiltrating a bunch of pirates. You've got a lot of guts.
Pardon.
Still, it makes you wonder, especially the stories that go around. Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship, and then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Could you imagine a worse way to go? I know I couldn't. But I wouldn't worry about it. Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right? Hello. All right, this is as far as I go. Take the lift up. Commander Ikande should be waiting for you.
Howdy.
Yes? Yes, what?
There you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the operations center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on the front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse. Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. That's classified. You'd better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. Fine. Whatever gets the... Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. I don't want promises. I'm just asking you to think. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own. For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines. You have your orders.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. That's all we're asking. Oh, Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. Commander Akande came up with the idea. He was concerned you might not help us simply because it was the right thing to do. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Hey. Okay, hello.
Excuse me.
We're detached. Let's get out of here.